Well, hello, students. This is your first assignment, and it's worth 7 points. And let's call this part one of your paper. Actually, once you've gone through all these videos in your learning activities on how to develop a mission, a vision, and most importantly, okay, writing a hypothesis that supports that vision and mission leads you into a strategic plan. So, part one of your paper will be to write a vision. Now, both of you are doing separate papers, but the structure is going to be the same. What I'd like you to do is figure out first what is the vision of what you're trying to accomplish. It's basically a couple of sentences where you might relate to your method of madness, so to speak, in either changing something, inventing something, reinventing something, or keeping something the way it is, but making it better going in a certain direction. In other words, if your vision is to develop an organization which will allow you to grow a company for the merit of your vision, what you see, and how you're growing it, okay, that would be what you would write down. So it doesn't really have to have all types of graphs and things attached to this. It's just an idea. What's your vision? I want to build an organization. I want to change an organization. I think if I do this, this is what will be the vision, which now leads to your hypotheses, because everything leads to your vision. Okay? So your mission statement after your vision statement, all right, which is only going to be, like I said, a couple of sentences. Your mission would be to define, okay, what is it that I'm taking away from my vision that I want to put into structure? So if you want to improve your company, say, that's your vision, as say in public relations, your mission would be, I want to grow my company, okay, in PR by the way we do our lighting, by the way we set our cameras, by the way we interview different people, whatever it is. Now, if I use that same model of thinking just for illustrative purposes, okay, I develop my hypotheses based on that vision and mission. And my hypothesis is if I improve the lighting in a lot of the PR that I take, if I interview the right people, if I have the right advertising consultants, then I will improve my business, say, X amount of percent. So you decide what it is that you want to change or to invent or to do. It's totally up to you. Okay, so now once you have your hypothesis and you've developed one, and I'm sure you're going to get a lot out of the video that I put up on developing a hypothesis. Now you want to develop a strategy which supports that hypothesis. And more than likely, that's going to be 4 or 5 or 6 different goals that you want to accomplish in order to satisfy that hypothesis. How will you improve the lighting? How will you hire better consultants for your PR business? What type of advertising will you use? So you're going to come up with all of these PowerPoints that you're going to research to satisfy that overarching idea that will happen and what you're trying to prove in your hypotheses. Each bullet point should have maybe no more than a couple of 3 sentences on what you're trying to do and what you're looking at to research to support that hypothesis. At this point in time, that's all I am looking for, with the exception of where are you getting your references? Okay, just give me 3 or 4 different possibilities of references. Now, they can be from your book, they can be from the PowerPoints I put up, they can be from my lectures, they could be somebody that you interview, okay? And, they could be from Google, but don't try to have them all from the same source. Mix them up. Okay, so we're not writing summary and conclusions yet because we're not there yet. So all I'm looking for is a vision statement, a mission statement, a hypothetical, a hypothesis, and 5 or 6 or so bullet points that are going to support that hypothesis. Now you're going to do that in a Word document and have each section different. Vision, mission, strategic plan, bullet points, and hypotheses. Okay? So this is where you're going to be coming from. I'm sorry, strategic plan and references. I didn't mean to say hypothesis there. Okay? One more time. Vision, mission, strategic points, and suggested references. Maybe 4 or 5 different sources where you get your information. Okay, that's it. And that will be due on the 13th of July, where you will upload and then I will grade it. We're at 7 points. I know I said it, just to reiterate.